Hi guys, Steph here. Okay, so what do we have for you today? What we have for you is an absolutely lovely Swan self-filling pen. Now the model on this particular pen is the 242-54. Now before we sort of do a little bit of a review, some people say to me, oh yeah, we'd like to see before and after. So before I go into the pen, let's just show you this. So this is how the pen actually came to me. I've not actually touched it as yet, but what I wanted to show you, it's got a little bit of a problem on this pen because it looks like somebody's been, well, going a little bit over the top with the pliers, as you can see to the end there. If I just show you, there you go, there's a sideways view, but unfortunately I don't know what they've been doing or what they've done, and you may actually notice as well, just to the top there, it looks to have a crack going round the barrel. So what we'll need to do is actually fill that in as well. But basically the end there, I'm going to attempt to cut out the crack, fill it in, and this bit to the end there, you can see as we showed you, it's a little bit on the flat side. We'll fill that in and hopefully it will look a lot better. Okay, so as you can see, it had a little bit of a problem to the end of the barrel there, and as you can see, well, I think it was repaired quite well and quite successfully. So let's go into the pen. So what we have is a Swan self-filling pen. As we said, it's the 242-54. Now the 242 range came in well, 3 or 4 different sort of colours and variations. One thing you'll notice with this one, it comes in this gorgeous classic black, and it has these two jade bands to the bottom of the cap and to the top of the cap there, with these inlaid gold bands. Now they also brought out a 242-50, which basically the whole pen was jade green, but it had black bands. They also brought out a 242-52, which was a gorgeous lapis blue colour. Another beautiful pen they brought out was a 242-53, which was a lovely sort of red orange swirl colour. And they also brought out a 242, I think 64, which was what they term as jade and black. But coming to this one, this is the 242-54. As I say, comes in this lovely classic black. Let's go straight in and show you. You can see to the bottom of the cap there, as I say, it's got this jade green sort of inlay or band, with these two bands to the bottom of the cap, and to the top there, to the top of the cap, a little jade green band with an inlaid gold band. To the very top there, you can see we've got this little swan logo to the very top of the pen there, and the very recognisable swan clip, and this is what we term as the ball clip. You can see there, swan logo to the very top. Okay, so a lovely gorgeous pen. It's a lever pen. As you can see, quite a sort of long lever to the pen there. And let's take you to the imprint. The imprint is a little bit on the worn side, so we'll show it to you, and let's see if you can actually see it. But what we have is, it says to the top, Swan self-filling pen, and then underneath, rather a little bit on the worn side, as I say, it has Mabie Todd and Company New York, and then just below that it has the patent January 26, 04, May 21st, 18, and then pattern pending. Let's try and give you a little bit of a different view. Okay, so a little bit faded, but for, well, an 80-plus-year-old pen, I think that is quite forgivable. One thing also which we need to show you, you can see to the bottom of the pen there, it actually has Swan pen, and then underneath it has made in USA. And again, if we give you a little bit of a twirl on the barrel end there, you can see it looks a lot better than it did when we found the pen. And again, last but not least, to the very end of the sort of the barrel, it has the model number 242-54. So all in all, gorgeous, handsome pen. The size of it from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, around about 136 millimeters capped. It's actually got a slight sort of, it sort of tapers sort of out towards the end of the barrel and tapers in towards the section, but at the thickest part it's just a tad over 11 millimeters in diameter. And well, I mentioned earlier sort of 80-year-old pen. I'm dating the pen to the 1930s, maybe a little bit later, 1940s, but I'm sure sort of 10 years we can be forgiven on that. But the main thing, as I say, condition wise, for a 80-year-old pen plus, absolutely lovely. Let's unscrew the cap. Okay, let's show you the pen in a couple of little different angles so you can see sort of everything. Let's show the end of the barrel there. So as you saw a little bit earlier, it came to me in a little bit of a sorry state. It was unloved, it had few little issues, and it had one sort of quite a large issue at the end there that you actually saw. And what we've done, we've brought it back to life, and hopefully somebody will enjoy the pen for many years. The section, you can see quite a sort of standard Swan section, that it tapers, it's got this ridge towards the nib there. Let's show you the nib, and what we have here is a Swan number 2 Mabie Todd and Company Limited nib. And what you can't see, it's inside the section, in this particular case made in England, so it's an American pen with an English nib, which, to be quite honest with you, is not uncommon. It may have actually sort of had a nib that there was actually in the factory and they placed it on the pen, so it's not unusual. Let's take a look at the sort of section, or should I say the feed underneath there. You can see it's got this sort of what we term as a ladder feed, and again quite a standard feed for that particular period for this specific pen. As you can see, everything is lovely and clean, as it should be. Okay, now size wise, a lovely size. As we said, 136 capped, but without the cap you can see very comfortable to hold in my hand, and as I've said lots and lots of times, I've got quite large hands, so it's a lovely comfortable pen to hold and to write with. Pardon? Yes, I said to write with. Oh, so you want me to write with it? Okay, let's do it, because as a lot of videos, what we do, we literally test the pen on the video, so if there's any problems we can sort of rectify them. So what we need to do is undo the lever like so, insert the nib and the section into the ink. I've come a little bit unprepared. There we go, there's a tissue. Let's give the section a little bit of wipe, and let's bring on our trusted little pen. Now, one of the things that some of you people will know, some of you won't, a lot of these Swan nibs do tend to be on the flexible side, but they are beautiful, beautiful nibs to write with, so it'll be interesting to see how this one actually writes. So what we have is a Swan self-filling pen. As we said, the model is 242-54, and we're dating it around about the 1930s. The pen was made in USA. Now, does it have any flex? Just doing this little bit of a writing sample here. Gorgeous, lovely, smooth nib to write with. But let's see if we can get any variation. And I think the answer is yes, we can. As I said, a lot of times when I'm writing, I like to write, don't say nothing, because it writes absolutely lovely. But do we get some variation? And the answer is yes, we do. We're getting a little bit of railroad in there, but that's not a problem. But look at that, we're getting quite a broad line. So if we do it very gently and then apply the pressure and then gently again, and then on the cross stroke, there we go, we're getting even a finer line. So as you can see, does it have any flexibility? The answer is simply yes, it does. A lovely flex nib. You can see we're getting a nice bit of variation. We can go from a very fine line to a broader line, and yeah, writing absolutely lovely, as you'd expect from a Swan No. 2 nib. So yes, it has a flexing nib on the pen. So let's screw the cap back on, and there we have it. An absolutely gorgeous, a lovely, handsome Swan self-filling pen, 242-54, as we said earlier, with these jade green, can't even say the word, jade green bands with these inlaid gold bands to the cap. A lovely ball clip from Swan to the top there, and a lovely slender and quite a long pen as well. So somebody, and then let's just again just show you, let's do a twirl as we're showing it to you. There we go. So you can see all that ugly sort of the crack that we had, that horrible big, well, I don't even know what it was called. Somebody had a sort of a field day with their pliers. We've sort of removed that, we've filled it, and it's looking absolutely beautiful. So let's hopefully try and find a new home for this gorgeous pen. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't forget, give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Don't be shy. If you possibly can, down below once again, please support my work. And don't forget, although maybe things may be getting a little bit better, we don't know, please stay safe. But for now, I'll just say bye bye for now.